Hi, my name is Nihal Reddy. This is my student card S40663994.
Hello, my name is Haneet. My student ID is S4059119 and this is my student card.
In Q1, we performed dynamic malware analysis inside the Relays Windows VM. Our objective was to safely execute the provided q1.zip malware sample, observe its behavior, and identify IOCs across process, registry, file, and network activity.
We used the race Windows VM running Windows Server 2022 with NAT networking. The sample was executed using the password infected, and the tools used were Process Hacker, Procmon, Rexshot, and Wireshark.
Before execution, we collected a clean baseline using system info, whoami, ipconfig, and netstat.-ano. This baseline was important because the dynamic malware analysis depends on comparing system before and after execution. It helped us identify new processes, registry changes, file activity, and network behavior after running the sample.
After execution, the process hacker showed that the malware process appeared under explorer.exe and disappeared after a few seconds. This confirmed that the file executed when double-clicked from the desktop. A strong finding was the process description, job clock administration application or job clock administration applet. This description did not match the long hash-like executable file name, which suggests misleading metadata or masquerading.
In process 3, we confirmed that the malware process launched from the desktop path and ran under the administrator user. We also observed reg svcs.exe, which is a legitimate Microsoft.net service installation utility. This is important because it connects the process behavior to .net related execution activity. For registry and analysis, we use both Process Monitor and Regshot. In Procmon, we filtered events by malware process name and registry operation beginning with reg. This helped us remove normal Windows background noise and focus only on malware-related registry change. The malware performed registry operations such as reg open, reg query, and reg close, and all this. So we have documented all this clearly in the document, and it has access locations such as control set, Microsoft WoW 64, and Microsoft Fusion related registry paths.
Microsoft Fusion is related to .NET assembly loading and configuration, which connects with the earlier reg svcs.exe process finding. Regshot also showed registry changes after execution. However, we did not confirm run or run once persistence, so we report registry interaction as suspicious but do not overclaim persistence. For file activity, Procmon showed the malware interacting with its execution directory and several system locations, including appdata/roaming, Windows/temp, Microsoft.NET framework paths, Microsoft.NET assembly folders, Nativel images, syswow 64 DLLS, and runtime paths. Some operations return the success while others return a name not found or path not found. This suggests that the malware was checking dependencies, runtime paths, or the execution environment.
We did not find strong evidence of clearly dropped payloads or startup file persistence. Therefore, the file activity supports suspicious execution and .NET related behavior, but it does not prove payload dropping. For network analysis, we used Wireshark to inspect traffic before and after malware execution. One strong network artifact was an HTTP GET request to check ip.dy and dns.org. This is important because check ip.dy and dns.org returns a public IP address to the machine. In the stream, the response showed their current IP address as 32.236.85.108. This suggests the sample or malware may have checked the public-facing IP addresses, which can be used by malware for environment awareness, victim identification, or deciding whether to continue execution.
Another suspicious point is the user agent string, the request used as this line, and this is an old browser style user agent and includes .net information. That is suspicious because it does not look like normal modern browsing behavior and also aligns with the .net related behavior we saw in the process and registry analysis.
We also observed repeated traffic involving 203.132.68.43 over port 84443, but we were careful with our conclusion because some of the traffic existed before malware execution. Therefore, we did not classify it as confirmed C2. The strongest network evidence is the check ip.dy and dns.org request because it clearly shows external IP checking behavior.
So overall, the malware successfully executed from the user directory appeared under explorer.exe, used misleading job clock metadata, interacted with .net related components, performed registry queries, accessed runtime and system paths, and generated suspicious external IP checking traffic.
Before the malware execution, we have done the first shot in Regshot and the second shot, and this is the compare. So this is done for the video purposes. However, our original one is present in the document, which shows the exact changes and what all have been identified in that. Thank you.
Therefore, we classify the behavior as medium criticality. The evidence is strong enough for escalation and deeper analysis, but not enough to claim a full compromise. Since it was a video recording under 5 minutes, we tried our best to explain it as minimal as possible, but detailed is in our project. Thank you very much.